Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. I'm gonna apologize for wet hair. I literally had a shower like an hour ago, so hair is still wet. So this is going to be my reading vlog for July 26th through the 30th. I'm starting this a few days late because, well, it's my vlog. I can do what I want. I currently have like 4 main books that I'm reading. I'm gonna talk about 3 of them now because I know I'm gonna read. I either just read some today or I'm going to be reading more later. So the first one is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. This is the 4th and final book in the N. Ember and the Ashes quartet, and I'm currently 553 pages in, and this book is just meh. I talked about some of my thoughts in my last vlog, so I'm not really going to go into that much detail, but I'm just like, I think I'm literally just finishing this book for the sake of finishing the series, and I'm like, I love the characters, but I don't like the plot at all, and like the villains and all of that. I will say, I just recovered from crying because this book, literally, 2 chapters in a row, so chapters back to back, had characters that I cared about die. So I did cry for that. I am emotionally not okay because of that. But I don't want to think about it because I might start crying again. So yeah, this I'm going to 100% have finished by the end of the week because I have like 70 or 80 pages left, so not that many. Honestly, I could probably finish it tonight, but I don't want to force myself. I just remember that I actually have 5 books started at the moment, but I'll mention the 5th one later in this vlog probably. But I also have the Lightningstruck Heart by T.J. Klune. This is the first book in the Tales of Verania series, where essentially we follow Sam, who is a wizard apprentice in this world, and when the crown prince ends up getting kidnapped by a dragon, Sam ends up having to go find the prince. That is the easiest way to describe it, but does not even describe how crazy this series, this book is so far. This series was pitched to me as Shrek Erotica, or The Princess Bride on crack, and it definitely feels like you are on crack while reading it because it is so hilarious and so stupid. You get secondhand embarrassment, but you also are rooting for the characters. I'm 27% in. Let me check my Goodreads. Yeah, I'm 27% into this, and it literally might be a 5-star based on the enjoyment I am having, because I am laughing. I think I almost cried because I was laughing so hard. There's so many things that are said that are so fucking crazy, and I love it so much so far. And I'm reading this for the Klune Along, which is hosted by my wonderful friend Clint over at Reed's Reader. I will leave that announcement video down below because I'm so excited to be reading this book for that, because there will be a live show sometime in August discussing this book, and I can already tell it's going to be an interesting live show. So that's going to be good. And then I also have A Worthy Opponent by Katie Robert. This is the 3rd book in the Wicked Villains series, which basically they are smutty Disney retellings, and this is Hook and Tink. And I'm honestly not going to describe this because it's basically Hook and Tink, smutty. Yeah, I started this because I just needed something to read that I literally did not have to think, and when in doubt, if I need to read something that I do not need to require thinking, I typically would pick up something smutty, and this is just one that I decided I wanted to continue the series randomly, so I was like, yeah, sure, this is fine, and I'm 39% into it. These are very fast to read because, again, you do not have to think, and I am enjoying that. I think that's all I have to catch up on. I'm currently editing my video that goes up tomorrow, which will have been my August/September book releases I'm excited for, but I might not get that finished tonight because I am just kind of not in an editing mood, so I might just edit another clip or two and then call it a night and then crawl into bed and start reading the Lightningstruck Heart, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it's 5:30 on Thursday, and I'm just now updating the vlog because yesterday I just didn't feel like filming. Last night I got to, I think it was like 80% of A War of the Opponent, and I'm enjoying it. And then I made it to 50% of the Lightningstruck Heart, and then this morning I ended up waking up at 5:30 in the morning so that I could buy the Fairy Loot edition of Heartstopper Volume 3, which it was worth every penny. And then today I went back to sleep for a bit because I was tired. And then I haven't really done much. I filmed my TBR. That's basically it. So yeah, I just wanted to update a little bit. I'm going to try to finish A Sky Beyond the Storm, which is right there, which I don't want to grab right now. I'm going to try to finish that today, because I read like 20 pages of it earlier, so my goal is to finish that today. So yeah, that's just a little update. Okay, so it is actually 4:30 on Friday. I didn't update after I finished A Sky Beyond the Storm because A, I kind of forgot, and B, I feel like my thoughts are all over the place. So I ended up giving this 3-star. I really love these characters, but the plot itself, I feel like I've already talked about this in either a previous vlog or this vlog already, but I feel like we were just constantly following characters from point A to point B to point C back to point A. Oh, we're going over to point F. Like, we're just going all over the place to all these different places, which, like, I make sense, but I feel like because of that, the plot wasn't cohesive, and it was just kind of like from here to there to here to here. And also, 2 characters that died. I'm still upset about them. The one I understand. The one I'm like, okay. But the other, I am still pissed because of just all of the build-up for that character just to be killed. And I understand why that character was killed, but I'm just upset. I like that character. The way that the villains, because there's 2 villains in this series, died. The one I did kind of like, because I kind of liked, but in the moment I was just like, okay, can we just... The other one, I did not like at all how they were defeated. I didn't understand what was going on. My vibe with this book is just like, I'm here for a ride, I don't know what's going on. That's my tagline for it, is like, I'm going along for the ride and I don't know what's going on. Which is a whole mood. I will be reading the prequel graphic novels. I actually have them requested from my library, because of it. The prequel graphic novels follow like some of the characters when they are younger and doing things that are mentioned in this, in this series, and so I'm just like, I want more of the characters. I love the characters. I especially love Laia and Elias and their character journeys and their character growth. I also love how I went through this series from absolutely hating Helene to, honestly, I think her point of view was my favorite in this book, which shows of like, first book hated her, 4th book loved her. I think I started loving her around like the end of book 2. Beginning of book 3, I was definitely like, I love you, like, you're a character I love. But yeah, it feels good to be finishing a series, especially because we're not going to talk about series. And then I also finished A War of the Opponent by Katie Robert. that I'm giving 3.5 because I enjoyed it. I do think it's my least favorite, and I guess it's mainly because while I liked the relationship, I wasn't like 100% compelled by it. My favorite in the Wicked Villain series so far is still Learn My Lesson, which is book 2, and I will be trying to continue. My goal is to have this series done by the end of the year because there's only 3 more books, and I think my library has all of them. Also, I painted my nails, if you can tell. Last night I randomly had the urge to paint my nails, so this morning when I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna paint my nails and listen to Crushed by Tracy Wolf. That's the audiobook I have started. I read like 10% maybe, give or take-ish, of the book, and I'm enjoying it. I'm on the, I think I'm 74% in, so I'm kind of in the like final stretch. I will have that finished by the end of the month for sure, because I just want to listen to it. I might listen to more of it tonight, but I'm not certain on that, but we'll have to see, and I'll try to update later, but no promises. Okay, so it is 6:30 on Saturday. I didn't pick up the camera since the last time I vlogged, which I don't even remember when that was. But since yesterday, I finished The Lightningstruck Heart by TJ Klune. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It lived up to the craziness that I expected, and overall, just it literally was so funny. I was constantly laughing my ass off, constantly getting secondhand embarrassment. Oh my gosh. But it was like a really wild ride, and I'm really happy that I read it. It's definitely going to be an interesting live show. And then I also made it up to like 30% or so of Twisted Love by Anna Huang. And this is basically like the brother's best friend, as Alex is best friends with Josh, who is Ava's brother, and basically when Josh leaves the country for a year for like his career, he ends up basically asking Alex like, hey, can you keep an eye on my sister, make sure she doesn't get into any trouble, and Alex agrees. So Alex is now basically like in charge of making sure Ava doesn't do anything stupid, or like get herself hurt, or like things like that. And I'm enjoying this, but it's almost like I'm constantly wanting to read it, but at the same time I'm just kind of like, okay, can we like move this on? So like it's probably gonna be at most a 4-star probably, but I do really like the characters of how they both have trauma that we are dealing with. And then I started and finished Destroy Me by Tahira Mafi, which is the 1.5 novella in the Shatter Me series, so it's the novella that takes place after this. I actually have the copy in the back of my book here. So Destroy Me, but cover will be popped up here. And this is just literally, it's like a 100-page novella from the character of Warner's point of view. Basically in the first book, Shatter Me, we follow Juliet, who her touch is lethal, and she ends up getting like imprisoned, and then ends up having the reestablishment, which is kind of like the government wants her, and Warner works for or is a part of the reestablishment. And so we are seeing his point of view of like, there's events that happen in this book, and we are seeing his point of view after it, and then that bridges to the second book, which is Unravel Me, which I'll be reading probably this coming week. And I'm giving this like 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. I really just love Warner as a character. I loved him since book 1. I know he's meant to be the like, his character is very morally gray, and like he does, like the choices that he makes typically for himself, but in Destroy Me you get to see in his head, since Shatter Me is entirely from Juliet's point of view. With Destroy Me, you get to see why Warner did some of the actions that he did, and you kind of empathize with him in some aspects, and other things he do are other things he does are still bad choices, but you understand why he made those choices. And overall, I just love Warner as a character. Of course I'm going to love this. And so I am going to end this vlog here because I highly doubt I'm going to finish any books tonight. You'll probably not see my thoughts on Twisted Love in any vlogs because the next vlog I'm going to be doing is a 7 books in 7 days where I'm going to try to be reading 7 books in 7 days. I have no idea what I'm going to be reading for those 7 books. I will figure that out as I go. But that, I'm going to do like 7 books in the first 7 days of August. So, aka I'm not going to be filming on the 31st, which is tomorrow. But there will be my wrap-up, which would be going up a few days after this one's uploaded. So, yeah. I'm now just rambling at this point, but I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, even though it was kind of all over the place, and like I forgot to vlog some days, and just kind of was a little crazy, but at least I vlogged a bit. But I really hope you did enjoy this vlog, and bye!